So this is my practice persuasive speech. I hope you will enjoy it. Okay, so on a sunny, humid afternoon towards the end of the month of November of last year, a green Honda was driving north to work. The driver pulled out on the highway, following a tourist in a white Charger. Though already driving on a hillside, there was a senior lookout on the left side of the road. The tourist car in front seen the senior lookout too late and tried to stop quickly to make a U-turn on a double, solid yellow line in the middle of the road in a 50-mile-per-hour zone. Though the green car didn't have time to react to this, the driver would have if he wasn't distracted. The driver, you may ask, was a close friend of mine. I can't say much as his case is still further under investigation, but I can say this: it wasn't a 2-car accident, it was a 3-car accident. Let me show you. So this is how the car used to look like. And that was after the accident. Another closer shot. As you can see, there's a white Charger. The white Charger and the oncoming Toyota truck hit the tourist car. So, now let me ask you a question. How many of you have your driver's license? Okay, from you people that raise your hand, how many of you folks have your own vehicle? Or in many circumstances drive? Okay, let me ask you this. How many of you in this class have any sort of technology that can fit in the palm of your hands? For example, cell phones. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have a cell phone. Okay, you can put your hands down now. Unfortunately, according to the Center of Disease Control, they stated, each day in the United States, more than 9 people are killed and more than 1,060 people are injured in crashes that police reported to involve a distracted driver. As technology is growing, people have more things to do on their cell phones besides the basics of calling and texting, which includes playing games, editing pictures, accessing the internet, and much, much more. As technology is increasing, it increases the chances of people using their cell phones for those things when operating a motor vehicle. I am talking about the use of cell phones, and I would like to persuade each and every one of you, especially drivers, to not use them when operating a motor vehicle. This is important because together we can reduce the number of accidents and fatalities that are happening in our society today and positively change the mindset of the incoming new drivers to be more cautious. I am credible to speak about this topic because I've done my research and I, for one, was affected and had experience in a situation with a distracted driver. Today I will be discussing the distractions of using a cell phone while driving at the same time, the effects of those distractions, and some possible solutions that everyone can follow to ensure the safety for our roads. Well, let's take a look at what is distracted driving and how the use of this technology does come into effect. Oops. Okay, well, I supposed to show this before. Okay. So there's 3 types of distractions. 1 is visual, which is taking your eye off the road. 2, manual, taking your hands off the road. And 3, cognitive, taking your mind off what you are doing. According to the Center of Disease Control, distracted driving activities include things like using a cell phone, texting, and eating. Using in-vehicle technology such as navigation systems, which are GPS, can also be a source of distraction. While any of these distractions can endanger the driver and others, texting while driving is the most dangerous because it combines all three types of distractions. So, for example, that I came up with was when drivers are texting, the driver has to look away from the road and focus on the little screen of their cell phones. By taking their vision off the road, even just for 1 second, it's 1 second less time for them to react if something was to happen. Another example of manual would be like when responding to a text message and in most times answer a call. It takes one hand to pick up his cell phone. While the other hand is still steering the wheel, there is a higher chance the driver won't be as cautious as to compared if another driver has both hands on the wheel. By not having both hands on the wheel at the same time, not focusing on the road but rather on their cell phone screens, this puts the driver in great risk. Furthermore, when doing something other than focusing on the road, such as having conversation with someone over the use of a cell phone, the driver's mind tends not to be focused more. No, the driver's mind tends to be focused more on the conversation than the actual thought about driving safely. Though already having one hand off the wheel, the eyes are not constantly focused on the road. Chances are the driver's mind is not clear either. So, now that you can see that technology is such a distraction, you must understand that it is unsafe, not only for the driver, but for other drivers on the road too. The possible effects of the distractions. So, according to the New York Times, with virtually every American owning a cell phone, distracted driving has become a threat on the nation's roads. Studies say that drivers using a cell phone are 4 times as likely to cause a crash as other drivers. So here's some facts. In 2001, at least 23% of auto collisions involved the use of a cell phone, which that is equivalent to 1.3 million crashes in the United States. So that's about 1 in 5 drivers. Okay, and also 1 in 5 drivers confess in using surfing the web while driving. So as you can see, texting is 23 more times more likely to be in a crash. Dialing 2.8% of more of a risk, talking 1.3, and reaching for a device 1.4. So as you can see, texting is a really big threat. Okay? So, and there's another fact, statistics actually. 1,600,000 accidents per year happen, according to the National Safety Council. All it takes is 5 seconds. 5 seconds is the minimal amount of time a driver's attention that is taken away from the road when they're texting and driving. So, for example, that I found on textinganddrivingsafety.com. So if a driver is driving at 15 miles per hour and they take away their vision and the manual and their cognitive off the road, they're driving equal to the length of a football field without even looking. So, another fact, it means statistics. So for Oahu, distracted driving tickets. Oahu had 20,654 tickets. Hawaii, the Big Island, 1,359 tickets. Kauai County, 930 tickets. Maui had 964 tickets. The total was 23,907 tickets. Now, as you can see, Oahu is a big threat, has a big threat, because, of course, Oahu is our island that a lot of people visit, and most times visit there first. So, yes. So I know that some of you folks in this room operate some form of technology when driving. I would know because I sometimes do this too. I work for my dad's company. It's about delivering passengers' late luggages from the airlines and dropping them off to passengers' destinations or place of stay. Though, calling the passenger is a must-be for delivering the bags to see if they are home. Unless it's a hotel, then I can drop it off their front desk. But my point is, though it's easier, faster, more convenient, because you don't have to stop on the side of the road and talk or text or to look for something, it's also more risky, distracting, and extremely dangerous. Now that I've gave some background information on my personal experiences, here are some helpful tips to become a safe driver. So one is to keep your phone out of arm's reach. Put it in your glove compartment or leave it in your bag or purse, and put your bag or purse in the back seat so for sure you won't reach it. Or you can turn off your cell phone when driving. If you don't hear it ring, you can't pick it up. Let's just say your friend is driving, or you were texting your friend first, and then you know that he's gonna go out soon. Don't text or call him when you know that they are driving. I know parents often do this because my parents do this to me too, but don't, but calling and texting while them, oh my god, I messed up. Okay, another possible helpful solution is have a designated texter while driving. If you have a friend or passenger in a vehicle with you, have them answer your phone or respond to a text. And always remember that distracted driving is just as bad as drunk driving. Several studies have shown that texting while driving impairs your driving abilities in the same way that alcohol does. I bet you guys didn't know that. So imagine this. Pedestrians and passengers in other cars are people that you know. Would you want a distracted driver on the road if your loved ones were there? Also, driving distracted with passengers in your car also puts their lives at risk as well as the drivers. You are setting a bad example, so you don't want other people to mimic what you are doing. By recognizing how drivers can be easily distracted when operating a motor vehicle, and seeing how it can affect one's life, it can indeed help people to be more cautious and safe drivers. So, review. I have talked about what is distracted driving, how a driver becomes distracted, the effects of it being a distracted driver, and on top of that, some possible solutions to be a safe driver. I'll leave you with these thoughts. I will be handing you guys something. So, no text and driving. Oh, I'll be handing you, wait, let me get it. So, I would like all of you guys to keep this in a safe place in your binders or folders, or maybe like your cell phone case or cover or whatever. And remember that no text, message, email, website, or video is worth the risk of endangering my life or the lives of others on the road. I pledge to never text and drive, and I will take action to educate others about the dangers of texting while driving. No text is worth the risk. It can wait. So I feel that each and every one of us can participate to become a safe driver. We can make a huge difference, and also by being a safe driver, we are being above the law that is being enforced today. Thank you.